I was born July 27, 1988 in Chicago, Illinois. As a kid, I had a puppy named Rex. He was my best friend. We did just about everything together. He was what my mom called an alley dog, which means he knew everybody and everybody knew him. So it was hard to get him to stay away from people because he was just so loving and adorable. As a kid, I had a pink Barbie convertible. My dad would take me riding down the block in that thing. I loved every moment in it. I went to a Catholic school until about the 3rd grade when I transferred to a public school, Florence B. Price Elementary. It was my neighborhood school and my family school. Throughout my time at Price, things were fun. When I was about 7, my mom told me she was pregnant with my younger sister, Savannah. I didn't really know how to feel at that time, but I guess I really didn't have much to say about it. My mom thought I needed a younger sibling, but in all honesty, I don't ever think I asked for one. I think that was just her way of trying to say, I'm giving you one, and you're kind of stuck with it. When Savannah was born, I didn't know what a baby was supposed to look like. I thought they came out crawling already, but I was sadly mistaken when she came home swaddled and didn't do much of nothing but roll around and cry and poop all over the place. I was unimpressed, honestly. I could have dealt without her. A year or 2 later, my parents separated. For what reason, I didn't know it as a kid, but as an adult, it became a little clear. So we moved away, and my dad stayed in our old apartment. I was sad, and so was everyone else. Time was hard because I always had my parents together. I didn't know what it felt like to only live with one of them. That was kind of strange, and plus Savannah was still pretty young too, so she didn't know what that felt like. For a while, my dad didn't call, and a lot of that was because my mom just didn't want him to, and I was pretty sad. Over time, we did reconnect, but unfortunately our time was cut short when my dad decided to move back home to Tennessee. After my parents' separation, we moved around from place to place to place until eventually my mom bought a home on the south side of Chicago. I was pretty smart. I got good grades. I graduated as a valedictorian in my 8th grade class. I went to competitions. I was just a really smart kid who really enjoyed writing, all thanks to some really amazing teachers in my life who said that kids from urban communities couldn't be smart. I guess I proved a lot of people wrong because I was definitely the product of the Chicago public school system. But look at me now. When I graduated from elementary school and I entered high school, things were different. I realized my body was changing. People didn't really see me as a fat girl anymore. I guess I became quote unquote thick at that time, whatever. I only wore my hair in a big puff because I didn't know how to do hair, and that was perfectly okay. So I struggled with trying to figure out what exactly to do with my hair. Around my senior year of high school, I met my first real boyfriend, and I was so head over heels in love with this child. For what reason, honey, I have no clue to this day. But we were pretty much inseparable. He worked at the DMV, and when I went to get my driver's license, he was there. In high school, the one thing that kept me out of a lot of trouble and gave me happiness was music. I love music. I was a choir nerd. I had solos and choir. I could have just only went to school for choir and been perfectly happy with it. After high school, I went to my college of choice, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, go Fighting Illini. I only went because the colors were orange and blue, and those were my favorite colors. After my first semester there, I had a 1.23 GPA. Houseway. Who does that? No clue. I started as an English major. That quickly changed. I became a creative writing major. That changed. And the drama that I was dealing with there was too much. So I transferred to a smaller university, Eastern Illinois University, where I majored in communication studies. EIU was a fresh start for me, but the drama followed me there because the person I was trying to essentially get away from went with me. So while at EIU, I fell into communication, loved every moment of it. And it was because of communication that I decided that I didn't want to be an attorney anymore. Instead of becoming a lawyer and dealing with that kind of stress and pressure, I decided, think I'm gonna go to graduate school and get my master's degree in communication studies. So I applied to Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, chirp chirp, and got my Master's of Arts. While at Ball State, I put out my first YouTube video. I was really just talking about life from being a Chicagoan to going to college and the struggle I thought I was facing. It got a few hits, but I didn't really know what YouTube was, seriously. It wasn't until I went on YouTube and learned about the natural hair community that I really started to find myself. And I decided to big chop and join the natural hair community, and I'm so happy that I did it. I would never go back. After I graduated from Ball State, I went back home to Chicago, and then I moved to South Carolina. How? And after moving to South Carolina, I relaunched my YouTube channel about a year ago with the name onlymemarilyn. The channel was something that I was really interested in doing. I had watched a lot of people and I said, you know what? I can do this too. I gained success fairly quickly once I relaunched my channel. I was really enjoying being creative, but for whatever reason, people were really mean to me because I have a gap. I mean, come on guys, nobody's perfect, but you probably shouldn't be a bully and pick on people. So I accepted what I had to offer and I dealt with the negativity. Right now, my family is doing very, very well. We're all very happy. We're all friends again, and that's great. Savannah's in college and she's doing really, really, really well. And thanks to her amazing artistic skills, this Draw My Life happened, because y'all know I can't draw. Or maybe you don't know, but I'm telling you, I can't draw. But until next time, y'all,